on, guys? Welcome back to Staying Salty Season 2. Pretty awesome we've made it this far. We're still organized. We're still a good team. We're still getting your guys' feedback and a lot of viewer interaction, so that's awesome. That's what we were shooting for, so we are very excited about that. Of course, this season we have 6 new topics for you guys, and what we have decided is the last week of every season that we have, we're going to try to do a day in the life. That topic was really high voted for, anyway, got a lot of votes. And we really liked it. It's really entertaining. So we're going to try to always stick with week 6 to be a day in the life, and then we'll go on our 2-week break. Over the break, we had time to restructure what we're doing, see what worked, see what didn't work. Obviously, we're missing a channel member this time, and Sabrina kind of explained to you guys that, she had to step away for a while. She might be back in the future, she might not, we don't know. But in the meantime, we are looking for a new channel member. So if you guys are interested, we'll leave our links down below in the description. So what else is new in season 2? Well, with me, this haircut, so we got a new style going on, right? A little bit back and short on the sides, a little bit of fun over here, business up here. I'm one of these step-by-step guys. If you give me a step-by-step process, I can nail it. But if you give me a haircut or a hairstyle, and you're hey, every morning just play with it, make it work. Nope, end up looking like a peacock. Some days it looks great, some days it looks like a disaster. So I usually end up wearing a hat. It's insane. Anyway, also this plant. This plant's name is Lola. You might be seeing a lot more of this plant. Jenny, for her birthday, my girlfriend, she recently had a birthday October 5th, and the one thing she really wanted was a plant that could go in our house, sit on the floor, but yet still kind of staying high. And I didn't know how to go about that, but my mom ended up getting her a plant. So this is it. She named it Lola, and this thing's great. I spray it with water all the time, and she doesn't know about it, so I might drown it. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what's new. So let's start this video, Traveling with CF.
I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
All right, guys, so traveling with CF can be hard, okay? I'm pretty sure we all know that by now. If you don't know that, you'll probably find that out pretty soon in your life. It's just tons of issues come up. When you're on oxygen like I am, that's its own little hassle right there. How do you get oxygen where you're going? Do you bring it with you? What if you're going on a plane? Some other ones would be getting through security. If you bring all your medication to the airport, how do you get through security with all your meds? Is it awkward? Is it, are people going to look at you funny? All this kind of thing. And then you have packing. How do you pack your clothes and your meds and, any toy gadgets you want to bring, your computer or your phone, your iPad, these kinds of things. How do you pack all that, make it fit, and not pay tons of money to check another bag at the airport or fit it all in your car when you're also taking someone else, like your girlfriend or your family members or your friends who also have suitcases, right? And then you have the other issue of no one understanding that you're going with, no one understanding CF. So for example, we'll go to Jenny's parents' house and they're not used to CF, right? Because she's now dating a guy with CF, but I'm the first. So therefore, when it comes to waking up in the morning, we can't just get up and go to brunch or breakfast or lunch, whatever time we get up. We can't just get up and go. I have to get up, I have to do my treatments right away, and then, shower, maybe throw on a hat, whatever it may be, and go eat. Breakfast is a really important meal, so I can't just skip it. And that took a while for them to get used to. I know they're used to kind of getting up and getting whatever they need to do done early in the day, had the whole day to, spend outside and all this stuff. That's not something we can just easily do. That's stuff that we have to consider and take into account when we're going places with friends or family that don't really understand how CF works and how much time we have to set aside, right? So this video is actually kind of perfect timing because this Friday, we are leaving, me and Jenny, to go with my family to the happiest place on earth. Not to be confused with a mansion with a bunch of little bunnies running around. Disney World is what I'm talking about. So I have a whole packing list to show you guys. I can show you guys my suitcase. I can show you the packing cubes I just bought to help organize my suitcase. And yeah, it's just a really good time to do this video. So, organizing, here we go. Organizing, like I said, it's gonna be perfect to show you guys. I just got this big box in the mail, as you see over here on the table. What? There. And I ordered it from Amazon, especially for my trip this Friday. And the things I got are this original cooling towel. You know, I've never used one of these, but you're supposed to soak it up and then it gets really cool, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, right? But what I did get was really cool was these packing cubes. So I've heard a lot about these. So they're really, really thin. You guys can see how thin they are here. And it comes with 4 of them for $20. So the idea behind these is that you can pack, you know, all your jeans or pants in this, all your shirts in this. I'm gonna have one for all my meds. And it's overall just really nice because when you get to your hotel or wherever you're staying at, you can easily just take the cubes out, put them in the hotel drawers, or whatever you may do with them, but it's really easy to keep track of all your stuff. Quick tip for you guys though is, you know, when you're traveling with CF and maybe you don't make a lot of money, it sucks to pay for these high-priced hotels, right? Well, if you guys have not heard of Airbnb, me and Jenny use it all the time and it's great. So Airbnb.com you can go to. They're basically just people that rent out their houses or their extra homes or even maybe a single room in their house. So you can choose what you want. But the beauty of this is you're literally renting out like a small house or a cottage, however big you get, a lot cheaper money wise. And you get a laundry room, you get a kitchen, you get bedrooms, everything that you normally have with your house, you can use, and it's a lot cheaper that way. And you know, it's kind of weird, you know, at first you're like, oh, well, that's kind of sketchy. No, the places we've stayed at have been great, and you can see all their pictures online. Highly recommend it for anyone that is traveling when you don't make a lot of money or you're on a tight budget, whatever it may be, and you don't want to pay for a hotel room where all you have is a couple beds. So, really good idea. Next, I'll show you guys my packing list and show you guys the benefit of that. I should point out real quick, guys, when I go like to the airport on a trip, I always bring 2 bags. One is my big suitcase, and that will have all my major meds in it, you know, maybe my nebulizer, my clothes, and anything else that I can fit in there that isn't like I'll need immediately. And then I bring my backpack. So my backpack is going to be my carry-on that I'll probably put above the seat or under the seat. And that's usually, you know, my laptop, my gadgets, my tech gear stuff I bring. And then also my immediate meds. So like my inhalers, my airway clearance device, which is usually always a handheld device that you guys probably know by now. Any like pills, like maybe even my morning medicine I might bring. But anything that like, if my luggage were to get lost, I could get by a few days with just my backpack. And then all my other big meds, like I said, my clothes, things like that, I'll put in my big suitcase and I will check that bag. And then that way, you know, if my luggage happens to get lost, I could get by. It's not a huge deal, but obviously I'd be complaining that I need my medicine. So anyway, those are the bags I checked. So that'll make it a lot easier to show you this list and how I categorize and divide what's on my packing list. So now back to the list. Okay, so in the list, you guys can see Disney packing list here. First, I have my meds, and you know, this means that they go in my backpack and my suitcase both, and then I label next to them which is which. So you know, I have my inhalers, my morning meds, all this stuff, and these are the ones that go in the backpack. The others go in my big suitcase. So these are all the meds I have to bring on my trip this Friday. Next, I have my clothes. So all my clothes go in my suitcase. You know, my jeans, hoodie, I try to list how many I'm going to bring of each. All the clothes I'm going to bring, yeah, I'm going to bring 9 t-shirts, I know. I will be there for 7 days. Socks, blah, blah, boat shoes. And then I have my tech. So all my tech is going to go in my backpack. Things that, like, I don't really need, I might put in my suitcase, but for the most part, all these things are things that are going to go in my backpack that I can easily access and work on. And, you know, it won't be a big deal. I'll carry it on the plane with me. And so it's really nice, this app, because all you have to do is go down, say you're going to add something else, It said I was going to add something like socks. Well, I go to socks, or I type in socks, I should say, hit this plus sign. First, I can turn it into a checked item by doing this. And then second, if I really don't want to do that, I can redo it or undo it, and then I can format it and make it a header, and that's how, I break my categories up and boldness and all that. So as I said, I want to show you guys real quick the bags that I bring, because everyone usually freaks out like, oh, how am I going to fit all my meds? How am I going to fit all my clothes? How much am I going to be paying to check bags? Things like that. This is the backpack I take. This is the one I take to work. It's pretty much my go bag. It's kind of large, but it fits a whole lot in here, and this usually fits under the seat or even in the space above the seat that you lock up on the planes and stuff. And then obviously by only bringing 2 bags like this, even if I'm driving with friends, it's not a big deal that they have their suitcases. I only have 2 bags. It's really simple that way. So unless I'm driving and I had to bring oxygen. So oxygen, I'll have to bring my concentrator. That is big, so I'll show you guys how big that thing is. And that's the real downside of driving for me, is bringing this whole thing, putting it in the car, how much room it takes up. So here's my other suitcase I bring. So this is the large suitcase I was telling you guys about. I usually put like maybe my nebs or something in this top compartment so it's easy to access. This is how big it is. Maybe my bathroom stuff up here. Obviously clothes down here. And with those packing cubes, it'll be real easy to put 2 here, 2 here. And if I have anything extra, I can put them on top. I even put it below, keep it real secure that way. But overall, I think the packing cubes are a great idea. So I'm really excited to use those. Alright guys, we're back. So I talked about what's new in the channel. I showed you how I organize for trips. And now the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with are some tips for whenever you're going to travel and you have CF. So when it comes to oxygen, if you guys are on oxygen, always call your oxygen company and have them deliver oxygen like a concentrator to the hotel you're going to, and they can leave it with the doorman at the front desk, or have them deliver it to a family member or a friend's house, wherever you are staying at. It's free to do this, and it's not a big deal. They don't act like it's a big deal. All they ask is that you call 2 weeks in advance so that they can schedule it out and have everything prepared for you guys. So make sure you do that. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't freak out about how you're going to take your oxygen on the plane, or this and that. If you need oxygen full time, that's another story. Your oxygen company will work with you to get you a portable concentrator so that you can take it on the plane and you can take it on your whole trip with you. All right, so tip number 2, make a list, guys. It's terrible if you don't make a list and last minute you're trying to throw stuff into your suitcase. You guys know you're gonna forget something. So always make a list and just, make it a week or 2 in advance, whatever you have to do, and just try to think of things, when on your downtime. Hey, oh yeah, I should bring this. Oh yeah, I should bring that. And just add to the list as you go. It'd be a lot easier to do. But yeah, don't make it too stressful on yourself when it comes to packing and trying to remember everything, guys. All right, tip number 3. What meds to take, how much to take, and how to pack them. So as you guys saw, I pack all my major meds, which is going to be not inhaled, but nebulized medication in my suitcase. I have a big fancy nebulizer, but I actually bring my cased-in nebulizer, which is a lot smaller, with me on trips. It may take longer or it may even take shorter. It's very good with cased-in, it's only 2 minutes. But I make sure I take that nebulizer when I go on trips. It's very small, very easy to pack, and I just take 2 neds with me, because wherever I go usually has a sink, and I can buy some Dawn soap and I can wash my nebs there. I don't need all the meds that you guys might have seen how much I have, but that's how I pack my nebulized meds and my nebulizer itself. Then when it comes to the immediate meds I need, such as my inhalers, my airway clearance devices, my enzymes, and like I said, maybe even my morning meds, I pack those in my backpack, which I know will be on my back or under my seat and will always be with me. That way, if something were to happen on the plane to where my luggage doesn't get delivered, I do have those with me and I can probably survive for a few days without my nebulized meds. It's not going to be the best thing in the world, but I can make do. So another tip is pack efficiently, guys. So you guys don't just throw your clothes in a suitcase and then you have to say, oh, I have to pack my meds on top of that, I have to pack this on top of that. You know, we all get sloppy sometimes, but when it comes to packing, there's several things online. Like if you go to Google and say how to pack really efficiently or really tight or a lot of clothes in a small space, there are so many ways you can fold clothes, roll clothes up, all that kind of thing to make them even tighter and smaller to fit, and it just allows for a lot more room. Or like me, I just ordered those packing cubes because it's going to organize things a lot better. It's going to crunch all my clothes down because it is a zipped compartment, so I can kind of squeeze and then zip it real tight to make sure it stays shut. And that's how I plan on packing more efficiently and having more room to fit stuff in. But you know, we're CFers, we have a lot of crap to bring. Make sure you pack efficiently and take that into account so you're not spending extra money to check another bag or another carry-on or anything like that. So, and the very last tip I have for you guys is, some of you guys might be embarrassed to take all this medication. What if you get stopped by security when it comes to the airport, all this 9/11 security, you know, it's very heightened and advanced and all this stuff. Don't stress about it, guys. We have CF. There are 1 million people at least probably in your city, way more than that in the world. You're never going to see these people around you again. If they give you dirty looks or you feel embarrassed that you have to whip out all this medication for insecurity, don't. Put your big boy pants on and go for it. You have CF, embrace it. It's the same thing as filming these YouTube channels in public. People stare at you and you feel really stupid. But what's the chances they're ever going to see you again or tell your friends how stupid you look? Because they don't even know who your friends are, guys. So, I've been stopped by security twice that do the advanced screening. They had to pat me down, rub my butt, rub my chest, you know, whatever they do. I just blame on the fact that I kind of look like Brad Pitt. I'm like, oh, they probably just want to rub Brad Pitt down. I don't know. But it doesn't matter, guys. Make light of it. Do not let something like that prevent you from wanting to go to the airport and go to places that you really want to go to in the world. Or even, especially when they're on your bucket list or anything like that. So when it comes to traveling with CF, that's how I do it. Please comment below, email us, suggest topics, suggest things you might want us to do in our bids, anything like that. We are open to hearing from you guys, and we are very excited to be here and give you guys more tips and things we do and let you in our lives and just share the whole CF experience with you guys. So, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below. And don't forget to tune in next Thursday to see me on the next topic. And also don't forget to watch the other channel members the rest of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you guys. And I will see you next Thursday. Hashtag stay salty.
See, I've got cystic fibrosis.